Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! News, where the news comes last and the weather comes later. Quite recently, we learned about the Ancient Gear structure deck that will be released soon in the OCG. It'll be an Ancient Gear structure deck, and we now know about some of the monsters that will be in it, some of the new ones. These include Antique Gear Wyvern, or Ancient Gear Wyvern, as it will very likely be called in English. 1700 attack, 1200 defense, so this is quite good for stats for level 4 monster. You can only use the one effective Ancient Gear Wyvern once per turn. If this card is normal spell summoned, you can add one Ancient Gear card from your deck to your hand, except Ancient Gear Wyvern. Also, you cannot set cards for the rest of the turn. You can add any Ancient Gear card, that means monster, spell, or trap. If it's a trap, you can't set it. If it's a spell, yeah, you can't set it, but it can still be a field spell like Gear Town, a continuous spell like, Ancient Gear Castle, something like that. Oh no, Gear Town doesn't work, it's not an Ancient Gear card, but Ancient Gear Castle could work if you play that. There's quite a lot of cards you can instantly play. You can also just have a monster in your hand for a play next turn. That's a really nice card to have. And if this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate monster effects until the end of the damage step. The first few Ancient Gear monsters, especially things like Golem, or the Gemini effect of, was it Soldier? Don't allow the opponent to activate spells or traps, I believe. And now it's like monster effects part of that as well. For example, through flip effects or like effects like Giant Rat, Mother Grizzly, other upon destruction effects or being in the graveyard effects like the Burning Abyss or Dandelion. Those can also be stopped via things like monster effects. Like spells and traps can still be played, but it's nice that it stops something in the first place. Another card that will be in there is Ancient Gear Hydra. Hail Hydra! I really don't know what that's from. Let me know what that's actually from, because I don't have a clue. I've seen some jokes about it lately. People playing Pokemon Go and like calling their Hydra Hail Hydra because Hail Hydra joke. But what is that actually from? Please let me know. Let's see. Ancient Gear Hydra, a level 7, 2700 by 1700 monster. If this card is tribute summoned but tributing an Ancient Gear monster, at the end of the damage step, when this card attacks an opponent's monster but the opponent's monster was not destroyed by battle, you can banish that opponent's monster. That is very similar to Brave Ice Pendulum Dragon's last effect. Chances are these things will be tribute summoned using Ancient Gear monsters, especially with the new support. So, whether this will happen a lot, this first effect will really be that useful, we'll have to see, but it's there, and it's positive, so yay. If this card is tribute summoned by tributing a gadget monster, so they keep like sort of the workings with the gadgets, it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. And remember, we don't just have yellow, red, and green gadget with specific effects for each one, like with Ancient Gear Gajiltron Dragon. This is just any gadget monster, so red, yellow, or green. But the thing is, there's gold and there's silver gadget, which will work a lot better in synergy with the Ancient Gears being machines. So I expect this deck, when it's out, to run one or two like gold and silver gadgets to work alongside the Ancient Gears, maybe for some seizing, but also for some of the effects like for Ancient Gear Hydra here. And the last effect is, if an Ancient Gear monster you control attacks, your opponent cannot activate monster effects or spell trap cards until the end of the damage step. Monster effects and spell trap cards, and that's for all Ancient Gear monsters that you attack with, as long as this thing is face up. So this is definitely a card that you would like to have in the deck as well. Also for this structure deck, confirmed for reprints are reprints. The huge revolution is over. To protect you from cards that would destroy multiple of your cards at once, things like Raigeki and Dark Hole are things that quickly come to mind. There will be more as well. Gozen Match, which only allow one attribute of monster to be on the field at the same time. So if you have earth monsters on the field, you're unable to summon a fire one. If let's say the opponent has both a water monster and a wind monster on the field and you activate Gozen Match, they have to send one of them to the graveyard immediately by game mechanics. And then whatever is left in the field, let's say it's water, they have to keep that on the field for the entire game until, of course, the water monster leaves the field. And then they can play whatever they want again, but still keep that one thing limit. And then there's Machine Duplication, which allows you to, if you have a machine type monster on the field with 500 or less attack, you can special summon 2 more of monsters with the same name from your deck, which works really nice with Cyber Dragon Nova to allow you to summon 2 Cyber Dragon. Even though Cyber Dragon is higher than 500 attack, it's possible due to the name change. This card can be used some of the weaker Ancient Gears, none of the ones that were shown here, but who knows what people find out they can use it with. That was the news video for today. I will see you soon in the next Yu-Gi-Oh video. Goodbye.